Hello.
Hello.
How are you today? I wish I got some coffee.
It's pre-Friday, so we're good.
Yay. Well, welcome everybody to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, do us a favor and give us a little thumbs up just because we asked you to. Uh, Today on the docket, we have Family Karma Season 2, Episode 2, Not So Happy Hour. Oh my God, happy hour. Like, I can't believe that this show is now making the aunties argue.
Well, it was bound to happen, though. That's part of the appeal to this show because the families are so intertwined with the kids and all this and that. So I'm not surprised.
But how have they never had any of these kids like fight or nothing like that growing up? Like, don't kids always fight?
From what I understand, in Indian culture, they don't do the fighting thing.
With all of them boys and they don't? Then what
Oh,
happened between
because
Vishal and his brother then? Why was his brother always pounding on him?
that's family. But I think what happens is that the you don't want to embarrass yourself in the Indian society, and they take it very very seriously. So they go out of their way not to have arguments with each other so much so the parents don't get involved. That's why the last season with Anisha and Vishal, she was trying not to do all that because she didn't want her parents and she didn't want the parents involved.
Okay. It makes sense. It makes sense. Okay, so we had quite a bit going on in this episode, but the main event was the happy hour over at the Patel compound. Um what I do want to talk to you about, I love Brian's dad because although yes, he is Indian, like he grew up in Guyana. So
Yeah.
we claiming him for the Caribbean. But I did not know that he lost the top of his thumb as a child. Oh my God.
But the duck
Well,
ate it though.
ducks will eat anything.
I think I fell out though.
Well, you know what they should have. I hate to say this, but my mother has always told me that like ducks eat and shit. Like as soon as they eat, they poop. Like it immediately flows through.
Oh wow.
So they should have checked around behind the duck, see if it passed through. What was you gonna do to get it back? Like nobody in Guyana was sewing back on your thumb. Deal with it. Anyway, let's say hello to everybody in the live chat. Who came back to be with us? Oh, ay, ay, ay. Oh, I have to get my mouse. Okay, hey Black Lavender, hey Yanni. Hey Hitmaker 9000. Let's see who else is here. Hey Nisei, hey Paranormal Witch. Hey Montana. Hey Trey. Thanks so much. Yanni, stop laughing at me. Okay, so all right, so we get past the chopped off finger. I was a little worried about Brian. Brian should not be near a cutlass. That's all I have to say.
Agreed.
Let's see. Then wait. What did you think of Lopa's apartment? I know we ain't see everything, but from that balcony, baby,
Right.
Lopa got money.
Lopa in Brickell, quit playing. She ain't in Miami. She's
Yep.
in Brickell. She is in Brickell, if not Brickell Heights. She's living her best life. I was here for Lopa's apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And she's looking good too. She's looking more relaxed. Is it me? Am I?
She
Do,
is, and it's probably because she's accomplishing what she set out to do last year, which was to
mhm.
split up Risha and Vishal. But spoiler alert, I was looking at Reza's IG page today, and guess who was together having lunch with him? Vishal and Risha in LA. So
Mm,
don't mess with y'all relationship before y'all have a relationship.
right.
So yeah, but he looked good. He got a full beard, and like him and Reza together look like a good couple. They
He's
were
so
joking
stupid.
about no, they were joking about it. They were joking about it, saying that they were going to get married. But yeah, they did look really, really good. And Risha was sitting there. Maybe she can be a flower girl or something.
Oh,
I don't
Yanni, I didn't say I was here for Lopa. I was here for her apartment.
know. Oh,
I
yeah.
was here for her apartment, not her.
Yeah. Lopa, I don't think Lopa will ever be happy. This is my opinion of Lopa. This is my opinion of Lopa. Lopa was in a bad marriage. And therefore, she doesn't want her daughter to be in a bad marriage. But do I think anybody will ever be good enough for her daughter? No. And do I think that by her, like what she's trying to supposedly save her daughter from, you're just stopping her from living her life. You, okay, maybe she had an arranged marriage and she ain't had no choice in the matter, but your
Mhm.
daughter has a choice in the matter. Let her live her life and make her own mistakes. And then another thing that irked me when Risha and Anissa was sitting down and having breakfast or lunch or whatever it was, did Risha say that she had an agreement with Vishal, and it was between them, and like he was going to be the stay-at-home dad or something, and she was going to be the money maker, and that was fine. If they had that agreement, that's between them.
Right.
They're not like the traditional Indian couple where it the role is supposed to be reversed, with the man is going out and being the breadwinner, and the lady, it stays at home as the homemaker. These kids were raised, yes, in an Indian culture, but also in an American culture, and you have to allow for that. I think it's a poor excuse what Lopa is saying about if Vishal can't take care of you, the family, and the house, and be the breadwinner, then he's a no-go. It don't work like that. And even so, he works for his mom. His mom will never let him fail, and therefore will always take care of Risha. That's I don't buy it. I just think that Lopa want Risha to be just as miserable as she fucking is.
I
Sorry.
really don't feel like Lopa wants her to get married. I really
Mhm.
honestly feel that she just wanted to be her and Risha.
Yeah,
I
I guess
really
you're
feel that.
right.
I really
Hmm.
feel that way because she's not. Lopa is not nurturing of Risha in her finding love and maybe having a family of her own. You don't ever hear her talking about that. It's always what's wrong with Risha and Vishal. I have not heard her say anything positive. So it makes
No.
me think like you just want your daughter to herself. You just want your daughter to yourself and for you and your daughter to do great things in business. That's really how I see it.
And did
That's
you
really how
hear
I see it.
Risha say to Anisha that she didn't want no kids?
Right.
Honestly, when she said that, all I saw was Lopa. Like
Hmm.
Lopa speaking the words for her. That's not right. Um, what did you think about the egg retrieval thing with Anisha and her mom? Like we saw it in two different segments. First, we were seeing like the injection that her mom did for her to stimulate the follicles or
Hmm.
whatever. And then we saw the call when Bali called her, and they were just coming from the retrieval, and she got 11 eggs.
That's a lot.
Yeah, yeah, but
I
it's
was
good.
happy for her. I was
Yes.
really happy for her. But Anisha really needs to think about what she really wants for herself.
Hmm.
I honestly get with her that she's still trying to find herself. And this
Hmm.
is why she's always kind of bitter. And to me, she comes off as bitter and unhappy, and it's because she doesn't really know what she wants, or she knows what she wants, but she's not telling her parents and her family what she really wants for herself. And
Mm.
that can make you upset because you you want one thing, your parents want another, you're kind of getting tugged, and it makes you go into yourself because I don't think she's as miserable as she portrays. I think she's really has a light, happy spirit somewhere. It just seems like she's
Mhm.
going through so much that it doesn't come out because she's always negative. very petty, very gossipy. I'm like, well, if you were serious about these eggs and serious about having a family and serious about having a husband and serious about business, to me, you would be better suited working on those things than running around gossiping to Bali all day.
Well, I I'm giving her a few more episodes because we haven't really like seen her like interacting on a level that I would feel comfortable to judge her. Last year, I thought she was gossipy and she wasn't happy in any part of her life.
Right.
But she said something when she was talking to her mom after the injection. Was it after the injection? I don't know. It was when she was saying to her mom. Her mom was there talking about, oh, grandbabies and playing with them. And she said, I want to find a relationship. And she goes, yes, yes, yes. And she goes, for babies. And she goes, no, I'm not finding a relationship just to have babies. Like, I think she wants to find a partner, which I think
She
is
does.
an advancement from last year. And she's actually voicing it to her mother. Last year, she wouldn't. She would just let the mother run on and on and on and on, and she would sit there and stew. Now, at least she's saying it. As to whether the mother's receiving it, that's another story. But
Right.
she's saying it. So that to me says that she's really sat down and thought about this, and that she's just not going to use her eggs on the first dude that comes along that her mother might like.
Yeah, it's just with her, I just see she can do a lot. And she's taking the steps forward, but she's got to keep going. She can't regress in this aspect.
Mm-hmm. Now, I see she's done some thinking on like her personal life. I would like to see where she's at with regard to the business because that's where I'm most
Right.
concerned with her.
Mm-hmm.
Because last year it ended off with her lying about like almost $500,000 of investment that she needed.
Right.
I'm not remembering the numbers quite
It
well,
was in
but
that range, but didn't her wasn't
yeah,
her dad going to invest in her or something? Is that what it
no.
was?
Okay, he asked her how much it was going to cost.
Got it. Okay.
And she said this number. And he said, do you have it? And she said, yes. And then she turned in the confession and said, I don't have it. I was hoping he was going to give it to me. Like there was like she
Right. She's trying to bluff.
lying to him because she doesn't want to disappoint him, but in the end, you still need his money to do what it is
Right.
you're doing. So say it. Like, I feel he already knows you're a loser.
She should have gone with him and said, "Look, I need this money. This is how much. If you invest in me, I'll give you this much of the business, and keep it moving."
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, so that was last year. So I want to see what happened with the business. They haven't shown that yet. So I need a few more episodes. Hopefully they'll let us know. But good for Anisha, getting out all them eggs. Let's
Mhm.
hope she can find somebody swiping left or right or whatever it is you young people do. Um, and give her mama some grandbabies to play with. Okay. So, what happens? Okay. Do we want to talk about what were your impressions of the Patel compound? I think I built this up in my head so much I was disappointed.
I wasn't disappointed. It was when you say compound, I expect in my head, I expect a high stone fence, like a high stone fence,
Mm-hmm.
encasing like acres of land, and
Mm-hmm.
then I figured you would have the main house, and then each son would have their own house in the back or something.
Not in Miami, but they
Mm,
got they got a good spread, and they
right.
have a porte cochere. Okay,
Mm,
they have an east and west wing. And she wouldn't let the boys move into one wing because that's all the way down there and around the bend. It's a big house, but decor wise, it's very kitschy. And those marble statues are like scary to me. Um, and I thought their kitchen could do with a little remodel. Um, I, I
it was
see so much
dated. Next,
potential in the house. I
it was
see a
dated.
lot of potential in the house. But is it prime real estate?
It was kitschy. It
Yes.
was kitschy and dated. Is what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
There we go. See, I knew that was kitschy and dated.
Yeah. I just like I thought in there was gonna be like I was gonna see the chandeliers. And
But
no,
I
it wasn't
love the property.
rich.
I love the property though.
The property is worth a lot. The
That's what
property.
impressed me. I'm like,
Hmm.
whoa.
And the outside of the house isn't that bad, even though the
No.
outside looks a bit dated. But inside, yeah, I can't even remember what Shan's mom's name is. I
Me
got
either.
everybody except hers. So if anybody knows in the chat, let me know. But yeah, I could actually there's a house near where I live, like about 5 minutes away, and they have statues like that, like outside their front door. And then okay, so it's the front door, they have a couple of statues, and then you walk down the steps and go to the gate at the sidewalk. And in between the gate and the steps to go to the front door, there's like a butler with a tray that's life size. And it's just, I drive by that house and that house is so weird. And it reminds me of their house.
And I didn't see any neighbors. They have no neighbors, right? I couldn't see any.
There's a
Or
lot
was
of
it?
foliage. There's a lot of
Got it.
foliage. You're not going to get 47 acres like you will in Georgia,
Hmm.
where they're at in Miami.
Gotcha.
But it's a good size lot for Miami.
Hmm.
And it's a big house because you have separate wings and you have a multi-generational family living in there, which is traditional with Indians. So
That
they
makes
have to have
sense.
a lot of rooms.
It was
Mm-hmm.
great. I just thought the land itself was great, personally.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I loved it. It was good to meet the dad because I don't remember seeing the dad last year.
Oh yeah, Yanni makes a good point. The Patels, I still pretty much act like the caste system in India. They are superior. I think I agree, and I wonder if they're from the actual high-ranking Patels in India.
You know how many Patels there are?
No,
Everybody's Patel.
that's what I'm saying. But no, there's a certain branch where you come from.
Mm-hmm.
From what I understand, they track that like nobody's business. Like, oh, you're Patel. Well, who's your family? Like, how far do you go back? And they literally judge people on that, from what I understand.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I think they are superior because they created the Indian community down there. Aren't they the ones that were credited with creating it?
It was her. I want to say it was her and Reshma were the first two
Rish.
there. That's Vishal's mom.
Vishal's mom.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, based on them, like, I can see them giving them the nod because they created a little piece of India there for everyone who came over, you know. Um, yeah. Okay. Wait, we didn't see much of Bali this episode, and I was kind of disappointed when we finally saw her at the auntie's happy hour. She started the shit and then went and took a piss,
Yeah, that's what she does.
and then come back and want to know what happened. What happened? I had to go to the bathroom. And Lopa, we're not repeating it for you.
I think the problem with the ladies is someone just needs to cuss Lopa out one good time to let her know what it is, and then she will calm down.
But damn, but I felt bad for Rishma because they was there talking about what happened at Dharma's house at Brian's birthday.
Hmm.
And it's centering on her kid. And like she's hearing all of that for the first time. And a person that she doesn't like, Lopa, is sitting down there listening to all of this. And she's
Hmm.
not in her own home, she's in somebody else's home.
Hmm.
So, like, I think it was just too much for her. So she just got up and she didn't say anything until she went over to production and said, please take this mic off of my back. I need to go. And she dialed in Uber. You know, I felt so bad for her. How embarrassing is that?
My thing is, Sean and Dylan's mom should have called Richmond. They should have had a separate conversation before the party.
But who brought it up? Who brought it up? Wait, it was Bali no.
No,
Yeah,
it
it
was
was Bali.
was it Bali, and then the lady sitting next to her was co-signing or something.
Well, wait. Lavina, did you see Amrit's mom, Lavina? She was there standing up for Vishal, just like
Right,
Amrit. She told her baby boy, but he came home and he told her everything.
right,
And then I think what really set Rishma over the edge was when she had to say that they were talking about what people do with penises in
right.
their mouths. Like that was, I don't expect aunties to be talking like that, but the mere fact that she had to say that, and then I don't think Dylan's mom knew what Dylan was saying, and then they cut to Dylan over there, like with
Right.
the little thing going, "This is what I didn't want to happen." Then why the hell you said that?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want your mom and the aunties to know what's coming out of your mouth, then don't say it. That's embarrassing for your mom.
And Yanni said, like, I saw the conversation on the kitchen, whole Patel about Vishal. Yep, they sure do.
Oh, and yeah, they did bad talk. Okay, so before the happy hour, when Shan was telling his parents about what had happened, they keep on focusing, and Rishma was right about this. They keep on focusing on what Vishal said with regards to putting his face into the pavement, but nobody is discussing what led up to that. What he said was like, okay, even for regular people who are not Indian, who don't have such rigid cultural norms, that was nasty. I don't want to hear about what my friend's pee-pee is doing to anybody's mouth or what his mouth is doing to anybody's pee-pee. No, that was dead wrong, especially if you claim you're trying to come back after all these years and reacquaint with old friends. That's how you do it? Nobody was addressing that. And everybody is just downplaying, oh, it's Vishal. He shouldn't have done that. You were right to stand up for your brother. Oh, Risha's not talking to him again. So what else is new? It's Vishal. Like they treat him like a toss away tissue.
But I think that's been how they've always treated him, though. Like this behavior is nothing new. Like you can tell by the way they talk about him. Like they've known him his whole life. But one, I agree with you. I always say, and I'm going to stick to this, even though I think Vishal was wrong with threatening violence, fine. But you do have to look at how he got to that point and how he was feeling. So both were wrong. So you can't judge result. You can't judge Vishal's reaction without taking into account what was done to him.
Mm-hmm.
And you can going back to the whole conversation, like you can just tell everyone's put him down. I think Yanni or Montana said this in the past reviews, like he's always been the dog they kicked.
Mm-hmm.
So them talking about him this way is not surprising to me. And it's not just them. So let's not put this on only that family, because everyone else talk shit about him. Anisha dogged him out last year. Bali was gossiping about him last year. So let's not play pretend and be up in arms about the Patel family doing what everyone has done to him his whole life.
Yeah. I just felt bad for Vishal. I think the counseling is making him realize that maybe the reason why he puts himself down so much is because everybody else does.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Know? And like the comment that Dad Patel made, oh, well, what else is new? Like, shouldn't anybody be saying, like, they actually got engaged? Like, you would think they'd be like, oh my God, I hope that's okay. They're engaged. It's not like they're still, or because none of them know that he broke up, right? They only know that they were not talking.
Speaking, right.
Anyhow, I just felt bad for Risha because, like, her whole face, like she wanted to say something but couldn't. But thank God Lavina was there. Lavina was like, nobody is saying what was said.
Mm-hmm. Lavina was coming through.
And Lopa was sitting there just lapping it up, lapping it up. One would think that she would be concerned because her daughter might be hurt by it too, but I guess not. Ooh,
So sorry.
you okay?
Yeah, I think Risha went back and told Lopa what's going on, and Lopa's happy they're broken up. So she's loving this. Cause you saw how Risha talked about him at the when she was with Anisha.
Yeah, did she say something about I've known Vishal's friends for like so long, so it's okay that I can come and bad talk him to them? Did she
Yeah,
say something like that?
cause I've been around them a long time, so yeah, it's okay.
Is that normal? I'm not bad talking my dude with anybody, and if I feel the need to bad talk my dude with somebody, I'm breaking up.
Mhm. Mhm.
Anywho, I don't know. At 6 I decided enough is enough. You relate to Vishal? Like, I hope he continues with the therapy. I
Mhm.
mean, I don't think he's actually there yet because he's obviously like he's got to process his anger so that it doesn't misfire.
Right. I think what Vishal what happened is growing up, he never understood he needed to set boundaries. I think that's
Mhm.
really where it comes from. I think a lot of us, as we grow up, excuse me, we decide we're going to take and not take. And I don't think he ever did that with anyone. I think that's why they found
Mhm.
him such an easy target.
I don't know. And it hurt me when he said the counseling like the counseling was giving him self-confidence and it was helping him in his business activities because now he's not such a big disappointment to his mom. Like,
But remember last year, Risha used to like tease him or mock him because he worked for his family.
yeah. But most Indians do work in the family business. That's why I never understood that. Like that's why they get businesses so that the family comes in and works.
Right, but she feels that she's better because her mother and her built everything they had on their own. There was no family business to rely on. That's really what it is. Like she feels superior to him because she's a lawyer. She did it on her own. She didn't have to rely on her family to get a job.
Her mother had that business when she was married to Risha's dad, or did
No,
she get it
it was.
after?
I believe it was after.
Lopa is just bitter. She's just bitter.
She's bitter. To me, she's bitter and she's lonely, which is why she clings to Risha so much. Like remember when she had that conversation with Sean's mom, like in Memphis, all her friends moved away towards their children, so she had no one to hang out with, and she was lonely. She had no social life. So
Mhm.
I think she's moving to Miami to be near Risha, so she can have, and she has friends there. So she figured like, well, why stay in Memphis and be lonely when I can just come here and at least be around familiar faces.
Mm-mm-mm. Wait a minute. Vishal, Brian, and Amrit had lunch. Did anything come out? Oh, Vishal said that after the fight with Shan, on the way home, he calls Risha and got into a fight with her there. And that's
Hmm.
when he found out that Lopa banned him from ever coming back to the Tennessee house.
Hmm.
Oof.
If I were him, I would just leave Risha and Lopa right where they are.
I would too. It's just too much. And so much damage has been done, not just between him and Risha, but between the moms and dads, you
Hmm.
know? And then Lopa has brought in other aunties and uncles into it because remember last year at one of the cultural events, she was sitting down and talking to Brian's dad bad about Vishal.
Right.
Was it about? Yeah, it was about Vishal. Yeah.
Hmm. Mm-mm. Yanni says, sorry, Lopa just wants to be on TV. That's the reason for the apartment. Yep.
Yeah, I believe that too. I believe that too. Um, but okay, girl. Hmm.
I'm not mad at you.
I just don't think like, and if Risha thinks that this is just an issue that her mom doesn't like Vishal,
Hmm.
I just don't think she would like anybody. She's just that much of a bitter individual.
Agreed.
What happened in her marriage?
We don't know. I want to know if he leave or did she leave. It sounds like he left, which is why she. I only say because she just seems really, really bitter.
And have we ever seen Risha's dad, or like have they ever spoken?
I haven't. I've never seen anything.
And Risha never goes to see him?
Mm-mm.
Find that odd. Like, but then again, the girl Monica, she we just got to see a picture of her mom's.
Mm-mm. And we see her mom on one of the episodes because she. I think she tells Monica like your dad is still mad at me for the divorce. So I think we see her later in the season.
I wish I didn't see that Instagram post, because now I'm beginning to think this is just for the show.
Mm-hmm.
Um, which is sad. I would hope that they would get to season 4 before starting to get overproduced. Um, oh, and one other thing that stuck out for me at the end of the episode when Rishma leaves the Patel house and Bali goes after her. Remember what she says? She's like, if I don't go after Auntie Rishma and make sure that she's okay and get her home, my mom would slap me so hard.
Right.
I was like, yeah, got a point. Got a point.
I mean, Bali couldn't do any more than she did, so.
Yeah. This was a good episode. This was a good episode. I love it. I love it. I love it. I cannot wait till next week. I am not looking forward to seeing Lopa.
Mm-mm.
I would love to. Do you think we're going to get a peek into the therapy that Vishal's
I
going
want
through?
to, because I want to see what's going on there, and I want him to get to the point where he understands, like, if someone doesn't want you, don't chase after them.
Okay, wait. What do you think about this? I remember when Lopa told Shan's mom that Rishma never invited her over. If you're not telling people that you come into Miami, how they could invite you any place?
Well, that and you mistreated her son, so why would she invite you? I wouldn't invite you to my house. I wouldn't invite you to a garage sale. Let's keep it honest.
Well, she's mistreated Rishma.
Mm, that
She's
too.
she's been rude to them. Like if you're like a cactus and prickly all over, nobody's gonna want to put you in a bouquet, boo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, to me that was fake. After stating the conversation and going through the bath, she just wanted to stay and make the fight bigger. Wait,
Some of Bali.
Bali?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I think Bali needs to either get better control of her bladder or ask the question after you come back from the toilet.
Right.
If you're that interested in the answer, don't ask the question until you can hear. Just saying.
What would have been really good, and when Lopa says she's not, we're not gonna, we're not gonna retell the story for you. I'd have told her like, I really wasn't asking you to. Okay, so now back to conversation. That's what they
I don't
need.
think, yeah, you and I would have said that, but she still considers these women auntie, even though one of
She's
them,
like,
I think it was Dharma, said, there's only a few years different. Auntie what? You're
right,
an auntie.
right.
So, she lies to herself that saying that
She
she's on
does.
the cusp, but
Right.
she's an auntie.
You're Auntie Bali. It's okay.
But you know what? I think she's the spice for the aunties because she can go between the two different groups. And so I think the aunties send her to the kids' event so that she can spy and see what's going on and they can tell her all of the gossip and she can come back to the happy hours and tell them what's going on.
I could see that.
And I agree with you, Montana. Bali is working hard to be in both generational worlds. Lopez, yeah, okay. It's only 5 years difference. Child. She's 10 years older than Anisha. Yep. And Anisha's the oldest out of all of them, right?
Anisha of the of
Uh,
the of the of the kids. I think Anisha is the oldest.
and
I think
she's
Anisha is. She's like
34.
36.
Oh,
No,
she's
oh,
36? I
oh,
don't
not
know.
36.
Ooh. And she got 11 eggs at 36? That's a lot.
I could be wrong. I just thought she was 36.
Maybe that's her real age, but on the show she's 34. That's why I'm wondering if the show was created by her. By who? By who, Yanni? Because I thought Vishal created the show because he's the one who was trying to be an actor.
So it says.
Oh.
I'm trying to think.
Yanni, you know you getting as messy as I am. Oh my
I'm trying to see what's going on here.
god. The show was created by her. Bali. No, Bali ain't Bali tagging along for the ride. This is just an extra check for her. Bali ain't create this show. Mm-mm. Because if she did, somebody from production would have came over and took that mic off of her faster.
So it looks like the story is centered around the Patels.
Mm-hmm.
It says Sham. Say so. Well, sorry, Miami. So, Sean was born and raised in South Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Anisha came to South Florida when she was 9.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It doesn't. So they wanted something long standing. So all the families have known each other 25 years or more.
Mm-hmm.
Junior group of friends and family, and they just happened to be there. Is what it was. It was like Bravo was looking for a different type of show, but they wanted everything to be authentic. So they just happened to be the group that was chosen because of all the family ties, and they were Indian, and they've all known each other for 25 years or more. But it doesn't
Cool.
say who actually started the show. I can only find about production.
Damn.
I think they were, like I said, I think this show was cast because this show was created mainly because of the family dynamics. Because you have the parents and the children. That's a whole mess.
Let's see. None of them are listed as executive producers. We
None
have
of them.
Stephen Weinstock, Glenda Hirsch, Lauren Escalin. Oh God. Hmm. It's created by Brian Benny. Bali Shane Danny. I guess that's her. No, but these are the people who are on the show. This isn't who it's created by.
Right.
This is so weird.
Yeah, I can only find production, nothing about creation.
Hold on, let me go into this. No. Let me click on Vishal. I can't. I would be interested. I just assumed it was Vishal, since he had the failed Hollywood career. Um, As a friend, Mermaid is like a 3 to 4. It's 34. Emma is 32. Okay, Bali is behind all of the plots and is very messy. I could see that. I could see that. Okay, me. Um, yeah, Bali was doing way too much outside when Rishma was leaving. She was doing way, way, way too much. I agree with you there, Yanni. I do. Okay, guys. Any more comments on this show? You can leave them down below. Let us know what you think. I thought this was a good episode. Overall, what'd you think, Jamal? Final thoughts? Jamal? Wait, can you hear me?
Hey,
Hey, there you go.
yeah,
All
I
right.
had a phone call that I declined, so it was doing its thing.
Oh, sorry,
That's
sorry.
okay. No, no worries.
Um, any final thoughts on this episode?
We're gonna have to watch Bali because I'm starting to come around to
To
Yanni
Yanni?
because she's
Yeah.
giving me Whitney from Southern Charm vibes of stirring the pot and then like kind of running away a
And
little
then
bit.
dipping out? Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
I can see that as well. But I know we didn't get to see a lot of the aunties last year, but they come in hard and strong this year. So I'm here for it. I love it.
I, I think it's because you want to see how the relationship of the aunties actually worked out because you hear so much about it,
I love
like
it.
how close they are, how long they've known each other, and you can see the relationship. Y'all bicker like old friends.
Mhm. Mhm. Um, I saw that Montana. I did, but when I clicked on it, I couldn't find that same thing. So I did see um that they were listed as the creators. And if they are, good for them. If that's
Hmm.
correct, it's just that when I clicked on the hyperlink, I couldn't find it after a quick scan of the article, but
Right.
good for them. I love this show. I can't wait till we get to our first event and some more food. Um oh, what did you think about Shan's mom when she said to Lopa, I want Shan to propose. He's developing a couple of houses. I want him to propose to Pula. And then they flash back to in the kitchen when she was teaching her how to cook and she said, "You need to hurry up and get married before your eggs dry up." She's only 28.
Right. They want kids. They want them grandkids popping. That's all it really comes down to. That's all it is. They want grandkids ASAP.
But if they're
Because
doing that to
cause,
her at 28, can you imagine how long Anisha's been hearing this?
oh yeah, oh yeah. But you also have to realize though, with their family, there's a chance Dylan might not have children. So the pressure's on Sean
Yeah, yeah,
because
it
Dylan
is.
may want to get married, but he may not have no kids, and he's like, I'm not
But
thinking about that.
wait, you saw his mom hooked up Dylan with his fifth cousin and said it's okay because it ain't like
Right,
y'all procreating?
right,
Yeah.
right. It's the fifth cousin, but still.
What I do like about them though is that they are very supportive of, their LGBTQIA inclusive
Plus,
family. Yes.
mhm.
They are very supportive and to the point where they're like, so what does grandma, that's our son. He's good, kind of thing with Amrit having to talk to Nani about it.
Hmm.
Ugh. By 35, a pregnant woman is considered geriatric. Yes, it's true.
Hmm.
It's true. It's true. But they consider her high risk, and the egg is oldish.
Oldish. I love it.
Because at 35, or is it 36, that they start the Down
Right.
syndrome testing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what family does, Debbie. Oh Lord.
But this
Ugh.
is good. This is a good show. They're honest.
Yeah.
They're upfront. I like the fact that they say what they gotta say, knowing they're on camera. You may not agree with what they say, but they say what they feel, and they know the are there. So that's what I like the show. That's
Yeah.
why I really enjoy this show. Guess how reality TV really should be. You shouldn't be censoring yourself just because there's
Mhm.
cameras there. So what?
I want to see. You think we're going to get to see the grandma next week? I know we saw a little clip with her and Amrit this episode, but do you think the like the coming out scene um
I hope
is
so
coming up soon?
because I don't want this to have to wait for this. Oh,
How are
Montana.
Portia and Kenya getting pregnant naturally? Well, Kenya had help from the fertility clinic in Barbados. Portia, Por-
Portia's what,
Portia's only
38?
39
38,
now.
39, right? So she's what, 37, 38 when she had PJ?
Yeah, or at least got pregnant.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, she was a geriatric pregnancy, as y'all say, but I think she had a better chance than Kenya, who was in her late 40s.
Yeah, so Portia's going to be 39 soon. So she was what,
Right.
37-ish when she got pregnant.
Right. So
36,
that's
37-ish. Yeah, that's okay.
that's still okay. She was still considered high risk because she was over 35. She still had viable eggs, but Kenya was shooting nothing but dust. So, and I speak as a woman in that age range. Sorry. So her chances of getting pregnant the old-fashioned way was very small, and that's why she went to the fertility clinic in
Mm-hmm.
Barbados. So yeah. Um it's not what happens with the rest of the child. With the child and the mom is a lot bigger. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For defects. Because our eggs don't age that well. Yes, Kenya baby was made in the. Oh, I ain't saying that. I'm just saying she got assistance. Yanni, don't get me in trouble. I'm just saying she had assistance.
I'm gonna say this. I did not know. I did not know Kenya was a January 20. What her birthday is January 24th. That explains everything about her personality.
Mm-hmm.
Because I understand her personality. I'm like, I just didn't know she was an Aquarius. So that explains a lot.
It sure enough do.
Like
Mm-mm-mm.
because I'm an Aquarius and I'm a January Aquarius. So yeah, we like when we get mad, we lash out and we take no prisoners, and we will say what's ever in our head. And if we hurt your feelings, we really don't care. So it comes off as kind of heartless and mean. Um, so I get her, and then but we if we love you, we love you, and we will stand by you like through all the dumb stuff you do. Like Kenya rides hard for her friends. Let's be honest. Kenya is a good friend. When she's your friend, she's your friend. But when she
Mm-hmm.
feels you turned on her, she lashes out, and I myself do the same thing. Like if I'm mad at you, like if you hurt me in kind of way, we could talk about it. Will it ever be the same? No, but if we can't get past it, I block you on everything. I block you. Well, yeah, I block you, and then I erase your contact. Then I block you on every social media. Yeah,
Oh wow.
I've done that to about what 5 or 6 people in my life. Yeah, we don't do you. And with us, you get like one time to make that mistake. So I get why the way she acts towards people. Why like once they make her mad, she cuts them off. Yeah, I get it. I completely understand her more now.
I don't think February Aquariuses are that bad.
Oh no, it's because like she's close to Capricorn, so you have
Mm-hmm.
you have the stubbornness, and then you have, how can I put this politely? You have the stubbornness, but you're really, really grounded. But then you have the strict judgment. Aquarius is
Mm-hmm.
we're judgmental, like
Yeah, we're judgy. We're
and
judgy.
we see things in terms of black and white. There's not much room
Mm-hmm.
for the emotional aspect of people. We see things as like, okay, this is this. Give me the facts. I'm going by the facts, and we're looking at you like, why are you being emotional? Even though it's a part of a person, we're like, that doesn't matter. The facts are all that matter.
Oh my
But you take the
God.
February Aquariuses, they're closer to Pisces, which are more emotional. They're more in tune with their emotions and they feel things and they want to get along and we can all work it out, kumbaya. We're like, you know what, F your kumbaya, I'm breaking your guitar and keeping it moving.
See, I'm so grateful that I'm like in the middle. I'm not close to Capricorn. I'm not close to Pisces. I'm just a good blend of both,
Both.
depending on what day it is and whether I've had my coffee or not, or how much liquor I've had in the evening. Um,
We're like
uh,
my Aquarius is we're like if someone could be there, like, okay, what's going on? That you can tell us you can be crying. We're like, okay, so why are you crying? Like it's not that deep.
I don't know. I don't know. It's just rough. But okay, so any final thoughts on this silly little show?
No, it's good.
Are you looking forward to next week?
I'm always looking forward to the first filler episode. So they've gotten two shows. Um, they're good. Overall, these shows are good. Like this show particularly is good because it's not overproduced yet. I think that's really what it is.
That we can see.
Correct.
Okay. All right. So, guys, leave your comments below. Give us a thumbs up if you feel like it. And if you don't, just do it. You were here. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already and hit the notification bell. Tell a friend, share. We want more people in the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow we have, wait, did you realize that there was a maths on last night? Child, they went
No,
back to those losers again.
was it couple scam?
No, they went
The
and
same
caught up with
season?
all of them.
I don't care. I'm
Yes,
glad I missed it.
I saw that this morning when I was going back to look at Family Karma
Mm-hmm.
on Xfinity, and they had a math show there. I was just like, "Are you serious?
Mm-mm.
What more can you beat out of this season?"
Yeah.
And apparently, Haley was still crying on and on and on about her lost marriage, but she's about to get her
Wait a minute.
divorce.
Wait a minute. The lost marriage that she didn't want because she wasn't attracted to the husband. Okay, keep crying. What do you?
Mm-hmm.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. And it got to the point that even Brianna was looking at her like, hey, hey, girl.
You do you.
Yeah, because apparently Ryan and Clara were talking about planning their vow renewal for
Mm-hmm.
150 people on New Year's Eve, and they've got this much budget. Never plan an event on New Year's Eve regarding a
Right.
wedding because they're charging you 4 times the normal going rate.
Exactly.
Losers. So anyway, apparently Haley asked, "So are you inviting everybody?" And they say, "Yeah, we inviting everybody because, and Ryan was like, "I still talk with him. The guys talk with him. He's part of our crew.
Right.
He might not be part of your crew, but he's part of our crew."
Right. I love Trey. So meanwhile, Jake is out here living his best life. He really is.
He is. He is. He blocked her on everything and moved it along. And she is still there, like whining over him. Get over it. Oh my God. So yeah. So tomorrow we're gonna be doing Mass Australia. Yay! And Mama June, right?
Mama June.
I have to watch it. I'm gonna go and watch it now. I promise. So until next time, guys.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.